Good afternoon, Year 4. It's Wednesday the 3rd of March. This is your RE lesson. Now, we're moving to a unit that's going to lead us up to Easter. And our key question these next few weeks is going to be, why is Lent such an important time for Christians? Why is Lent such an important time for Christians? Okay, so Lent is the period of time leading up to Easter, and it usually lasts 40 days. And if you remember last term, we learned about Advent, which was the period of time leading up to Christmas and the significance and importance of Advent for Christians. So this term, because we're leading up to Easter, that period before Easter is called Lent. And that's our key question. Why is it important for Christians? Now, today's lesson is just an introduction. It's just going to be a thinking lesson, really, to get our questions going and our thought processes going. So I'm going to show you some pictures. And in this lesson, we're going to create some questions that get us thinking about Lent, that get us thinking about some of the images that you might see in Lent if you were a Christian, some of the things that are important to Christians in Lent, and some of the things that Christians do in Lent as well. Okay? So let's have a look at these pictures together. And these are the pictures I've put for you on Teams, if you're working at home, for you to really think about. And I'll tell you what to do with the pictures shortly. But let's just explore them first of all. We have 5 pictures. We've got this one here, which is a picture. We've got a cross, a couple of crosses. We've got a candle. We've got this purple cloth. Now, that is quite important. And you'll see in this bottom picture here, purple has come up again because the minister, the vicar, is actually dressed in a purpley sort of colour as well. And that's quite important. Colours are important in the Christian church, boys and girls, and they represent different things. So in this top one, we've got a few things there. Here's something you might know about, Shrove Tuesday, which is sometimes called Pancake Day. That is part of Lent, okay? But we need to understand why we've got pancakes on Shrove Tuesday and what's the significance and importance of those. This picture here, we've got a picture of a man, and it looks like the man is sitting on a mountain or on a rocky place. This is actually a picture of Jesus. And it's Jesus in the wilderness, which is a story in the Bible we'll be exploring. But he's obviously having a think, isn't he? And sitting and contemplating something. Yeah. This picture here in the middle is the symbol of prayer. So a couple of hands there praying. Again, that might be important. And over here, I've already said about this being a vicar or a minister. And what's he doing? Well, these people behind him are waiting, and they're waiting for the minister or the vicar to draw that sign of a cross in ash on their foreheads. And that is a Catholic tradition. Now, I've just whizzed through those pictures, but I want you to think about them, and this is what you're going to do. I want you to write questions for each picture. I want you to spend time thinking. What key question words are you going to use? Well, you might use what, who, where, when, why, or how. Let me show you an example. So here's that first picture, and I'm going to use a wonder. I wonder, because that's a thinking sort of word, isn't it? I wonder why purple is used in Lent. You know, there's my question. I wonder why purple is used in Lent. It's not because it's pretty and it's nice. There is reason behind that. I wonder where this picture was taken. I'd like to know where that would be. You know, is it in somebody's house? Is it in a church? Or is it somewhere else? And what is significant about the use of the cross? So I have 3 questions there that go with that one picture. And 2 of them begin, I wonder why, I wonder where. And I'd like you to try and use that word wonder, because it gets you to be thinking a little bit more about it, to contemplate it a little bit further and to sort of go a bit deeper with the question, really. So on Teams, you will find these pictures, and you will be you're asked to write those questions, to think about those questions. I've done 3. You know, I want at least one for each picture, but actually more than one I think most of you can do. There's also a challenge. Can you find more pictures that represent Lent? Can you do your own bit of research? Can you write about each picture and what each one might mean? And by the end of this unit, children, I'm hoping that you're going to be able to go back to these questions that we begin with, and you're going to be able to answer those questions. Okay, so just to quickly recap, remember, we're thinking about why is Lent such an important time for Christians, and we're starting by looking at these key pictures that explain an aspect of Lent. And I'm really asking you to really get your brains thinking, your thinking caps on, and to think about questions. I hope that's clear, boys and girls, and I look forward to seeing your work on Teams, or you can email me at year4ssjs.co.uk. And next week, when we're all back in school, we'll be exploring this a little bit further and going a little bit deeper, thinking about each of these aspects of Lent. Okay, goodbye for now.